Okay, when was your moment of becoming an adult?
You know, growing up, you're always leaving stages behind where you could be a little more irresponsible. You're being a child, you don't have to worry about a whole lot. And then the older you get, the more you have to worry about things. I remember the transition in junior high where I suddenly didn't have recess anymore. I kind of felt that loss.
A time I conquered a fear. Dude, okay.
It's like this one time, me and my best friend got in this really big fight.
My mom was married 3 times, divorced 3 times, and she really struggled.
The time I felt most like an adult was probably the first time I went on a trip without my family. There was several occasions that happened, but I remember the very first time we were going to South India.
Okay, so my moment to become an adult was probably like 2 years into my marriage. I got married at 19, so I was a little like a baby. But I needed to make a doctor's appointment, and I usually do that to my husband because I'm such an awkward little child, and he's busy with work and stuff. So I was like, I guess I actually have to do it. And like actually sitting down and calling a doctor and setting everything up and talking through all that.
During basketball season last year, I was like 6'1", you know? And they really needed another big man. So they let me play varsity, but only when we were winning.
And I guess, like, we both did something.
Remember my mom's second divorce and the understanding. I was about 12, and she made the decision to leave my stepdad, and it was devastating for her. Absolutely devastating.
And I don't know that I've ever stopped and thought, oh, I'm an adult now. But I think I felt some adult-like weight when I was on my mission. But maybe not fully. Maybe once Alyssa was born.
There was a moment where I got really homesick because I'd never been away from home, and I had to use one of my friends who was there. It was 20 of us and a teacher from my school. We were there for a week.
Like, then we got another tall boy, you know, and he had hops. Like, you know, he could dunk. Like, dude, he could dunk.
Having a first child was a big one. Just life-altering. I remember just everything was brand new with that. I remember when Kim was in the hospital with Alyssa, and then came the time to leave, and we put her in a little car seat and put her in the car.
So could you dunk?
Lexi, you know this. Of course I couldn't. So I was just kind of worried that I'd stop growing and I'd never be able to dunk.
And so it's like kind of saying sorry, but being really sincere and learning to forgive her after she did stuff. But
It was the smallest dumb thing, but I was officially like, I'm setting up my own adult appointments. I'm paying my taxes. I'm an adult now. So yeah, it was just something I'd never done on my own. It was always handled for me. So it was definitely a step of, oh, I'm sufficient now. Look at me.
And I remember she went catatonic, like catatonic for 3 days. She laid in bed looking up and staring at the ceiling. She didn't move. She didn't talk much. She just stared at the ceiling for 3 solid days.
And it was just the two of us and this little baby in the back seat. And I just remember thinking, I can't believe they're just going to let us take her. What do we know about a baby?
He was from India, so he had the cellular service. So I called my family, went to the top of one of the shacks we were at, and called my parents from India, charged them a lot of money because I missed them. As much as I felt like a baby, I also felt like a grown-up, that I was away from home and doing my own thing.
And I remember in that moment that I love my mom, and my brothers love my mom, but we needed to support and rally around her, and we needed to grow up quite quickly.
because like sometimes she was being like, and I was like saying sorry, but like she wasn't saying sorry. But like it's learning to forgive and stuff. So can you dunk now?
Yes, sir.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
And I just remember in that moment coming to the realization that I had to rely on myself. And as much as I didn't want to feel that my mother could ever let me down, because she'd done everything for us. I just remember that first sense of self-reliance, that I needed to learn how to rely on myself because things were falling apart all around me, and I didn't want to feel that fear anymore.
To me, more responsibility comes with more satisfaction. When you accomplish things, or when you're helping people and there's more opportunity to be of service to people, the older you get. I think when people come to you and you can help them based on your experiences that you've had, that's really rewarding.